Good afternoon, Year 9. Mr. Thomas here again for another exciting video. I'm going to get pretty much straight into it today. As you know, last week the videos that I sent you were about the physiological management of common sports injuries. So physiological being the body and how we manage those. So last week we discussed salt taps and we discussed price. So what we're going to look at today is the psychological management of common sports injuries. Now, the bits of work that I've had of people, the most effective ones actually have been where people have taken the PowerPoint slides that I've had, moved the notes that I've put to the side and written alongside the notes. It's fine if you want to do it like that or on Word. I don't mind how I get it, just get me some work. Okay, we're going to look at the psychological management of common sports injuries. So usually people have a really negative response to being injured, which is understandable. Oh my God, look at the state of my leg. I'm not going to be able to play football for goodness knows how long, etc., etc. And they react with a couple of things to being injured. They react with shock. They react with denial, as in, nah, it's fine, I can get up, I can carry on. And they react with anger, sometimes towards themselves for being stupid, sometimes towards somebody external that's caused their injury. There are two main ways to manage this psychological, which is the brain mind response to injury. What we're going to look at today is goal setting. What we'll look at on Thursday is relaxation techniques. So today we're going to look at goal setting, and it's important to understand that there are three different types of goals. Now we use goals as they're like little steps. So although I've got to go from being horribly injured to better, at least if you've got steps there, you can begin to see the progress that's being made, and you can begin to remain motivated, as it were. So the goal setting that we use is smarter goal setting or smart goal setting, standing for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Now, when you set goals, you should be thinking about those things. The goals should be specific. So what exactly is it that I'm trying to do? Because if I'm trying to repair an injury in my leg, there is no point in doing things that are going to fix my arm. It's got to be specific to the injury. What do I want to achieve? I want to achieve being able to strike a football with as much power as I did before. The goals need to be measurable. So you must be able to progress through the different things. So how are we going to measure it? If it was shot power in a sport, you could perhaps use a police speed gun every couple of weeks, and hopefully you would begin to see the progress you were making because you were regularly measuring it. The goal's got to be achievable. There's no point in breaking your femur, which is obviously the bone at the top part of your leg, and then saying, right, I want to be ready for next weekend's game, because it's not achievable. So don't think about things like that. It must be possible in a set time frame. So therefore the goal's got to be the next one, which is R, realistic. If there are barriers in the way, you need to remove those barriers. And the last one's time bound. So for example, if you think it's going to take you 6 months to come back from a broken leg, after 6 or 7 weeks or so, you may be out of plaster. So you might be looking at, my shot power was 50 miles an hour before I got injured. Within 3 months of the injury, I would like to be at 50% shot power. And then each week or so, you would give yourself another percentage until you build right up to the 6 months when you're going to be back. Okay, so that's smart goals. There are three types of goal as well. You've got outcome goals, performance goals, and process goals. Now, I'm going to talk about them slightly different to how I've talked about them on the sheet. Now, an outcome goal is where you want to be at the end of something. So I want to be at 100% shot power. Now, if you don't achieve an outcome goal, then you become demotivated, because it's just a number, and if you don't get there, that's it, you've failed. So what we tend to look at are things like performance goals. Now, in a performance goal, you'd be looking to set a certain performance against a certain time frame. So, like I said before, after 3 months of being injured, I want to be at 50%. After 4 months of being injured, I want to be at 75%. After 6 months of being injured, I want to be 100% shot power. And the final one are the process goals. So what is the process you're going to go through to hit this outcome? So for example, if I need to increase strength in my shooting power, I may need to do exercises such as squats to improve the strength in my quads. So I might set little strength goals on my quadriceps or on my gastrocnemius to make sure I can get there. Right, please get those written up so we stay up to date. As I say, I have gone back to the beginning. I am going to make a video for each one of these. If you don't understand what I'm talking about in the video, or you don't understand the notes, simply email me, as a few people have. We'll get as much detail in there, and at the end of this lockdown, you'll have an assignment completed. Okay, good luck year 9. Take care. Bye-bye.